Hello guys, MikuChibi here, welcome back to my Sword Art Factor, and today we're gonna have a look at the news banner, the Smiling Summer Night Festival order, which came out like an hour ago too. Now this banner is a step up banner with 5 steps, as you can see here. We're at step 1, 50% off, then we have step 3, a guaranteed a 4-star, it's a random 4-star, not guaranteed new, and step 5, a guaranteed new 4-star skill record, and these are the ones. We have 5, but Asana is not counted. She's used in the illustration. But we have Yuuki, Leafa, Sanya, and Koharu. They are new skills. Yuuki is a new axle, Leafa regular skill, Sanya a new chain skill, and Koharu a new burst skill. And this banner's duration is till the 3rd of September. So you have 3 to 4 weeks to collect your Archon gems, or if you're trying to summon this one, then I wish you good luck. And also the 6% drop rate for 4-star. It is a bait because they reduced the rate on step 3 for the new one when you're trying to pull for guaranteed. Instead of being 33% chance to get the new, you have 23% now. So that is pretty bad. And if you look on the skill, we have a Rapier skill, Axle, a passive, a Sword chain, and a Burst dagger skill. Now, this one here, I'll summon together Yuuki. Rapier skill, Whistle Shower. Okay, it's a Frost Wind. Yeah, Switch Gate, pretty good. 105, Break Gate for 8, not bad. And this is mostly focused on wind stacking. You can see wind power buff stacking 1% for 3 stack for 20 seconds, and also bleed. So this is for players that is playing around wind set on Rapier and also playing on bleed. So it's really good if you know how to utilize the bleed. But if you're a player that doesn't have wind set or even a passive that can rely on bleed, then this skill is not the best. It is hard to use and do require some specific skill to play around. And since it do require to have 4 awesome skill, I can guess that you do have a lot of awesome skill, so it's gonna be hard if you don't know how to play around bleed. You have to cleanse it a lot of time. So this skill is good if you know how to use it, otherwise you don't really need this skill. But this one here, Festival Night Leafa, this is something every sword user really wants. I will tell you why. If you look on the effect, it has Vital Ascension, Light Magic, and Perfect Flame. Vital Ascension 3, it gives you a flat 400 defense, that is almost like a Power Ice 3 that gives you a flat 800 attack. This is really good. And also Light Magic 4, defense increased with own level times 0.17%, max 34, so if you level 200 you will gain the max 34%, and this is really good. Why? It has 2 effects that increase your defense. And usually, when it comes to Vital Ascension 3 or Light Magic 4, they're always like 1 passive. So this passive here has 2 passive in 1. So that's why it is really good. And what passive is similar to this one, this Leafa? Well, we can pretty much look in here, and it is gonna be Kirito. This one, Crystallized False Kirito. This one is really good. This one is what every single sword user is using because it's so good. It has 2 effects that usually only 1 passive have. 1 passive have Vital Ascension 3, 1 passive have Light Magic 4, meaning you have to use 2 passive in your set. But having a passive that has these 2 already, 2 in 1, that means you can now equip another passive that can increase your damage. So 2 defense effect in 1 passive, that is really good. They haven't released any similar skill before. I mean, this skill was released, let's see, this skill was released last year. So imagine how long player have to wait if you didn't match yet this passive because it's limited. A year, you guys have to wait a year just to get this one. And it is really good, it's definitely worth. So if you're a sword user, this one is definitely really good, definitely a must pull. And we also have the Perfect Flame 4, so really good for our fire set, but doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is we have Vital Ascension 3 and Light Magic 4 in 1 passive. This is a must yet if you're a sword user, if you are building sword. This skill you really want. This is like a core skill that increases your defense, really good. So if you don't have this one, then you should pull for Leafa and hopefully you get it, unless Bandai trolls you. Next one, we have Fireworks Joy Sanya. It's a new sword skill, chain skill, which is pretty good in a sword build. But we do also have the free one, so it doesn't really matter. But chain skill is really good on your DPS set, and if you have Engrave. Alright, if you do have the Engrave Leafa, the passive one that was released like 1-2 months ago, they have really good synergy. That's means you can now have a really good Engrave build on your sword. Oh my god. this skill, let's see, I don't think they have updated it. Alright, I got it. So if you have this one here, the engraved Leafa, holy, you just need to equip one more Leafa, then you're good to go. You are able to apply engrave. So this one plus this one and then a random Leafa, your sword set is really good. So this one has more value if you have the Leafa here. So that makes it a really good skill and now must pull. Koharu, it is a dagger skill, a burst dash skill for fire slash content. Pretty good. I mean, the effect here, bonus, if you look at the burst effect, 1500 attack against enemy with a blunt element. Pretty good because it is against enemy that weak to slash. And then also increase attack against enemy with soft element, poison, burn, bleed, frostbite, 1% per every stack. So you can get up to 396% attack. That is a lot. Really useful and really strong. And also 50% cooldown. That means you are able to spam every rotation. And also if you can play around burn on yourself, then it's pretty good as well. This one gonna be really useful for any slash fire content. But then again, there are some boss that has like resistance to element. For example, there's some boss that has resistant frostbite and burn, which is two most hard to apply. Poison bleed, pretty easy to apply, but burn frostbite is probably the most hardest one. So you're only relying on two element, which makes your skill less damage. So that can also happen, but this is a really good dagger skill for burst. And if you have the non-elemental burst Koharu, you can synergize it with this one, really good. So this one is not bad, really good for any slash fire content. And if you look on the boss, we do have the floor 100, really useful there. And for second floor, chapter 2, we don't have any slash fire, but maybe next floor it's gonna be a slash fire weakness. It can either be slash fire, slash holy, or slash water, one of them. I am guessing gonna be slash fire, but we'll see. You just don't believe in me. It can be either slash fire, slash water, or slash holy, one of the elements. And for kill showdown, we do have the Drake that is weak to slash fire. Could be really useful, but you need to apply element. I believe it is resistant to poison and burn. Not sure if you are able to apply that, but it's gonna be really hard. So overall, 4 really good skill, but this one is probably the most important one. Let's see, fireworks of Sanya. Okay, that is not worth it. Do not limit break the Sanya. You should save your nighters for something else. And the raid, well, use that as standard. We're only looking for step 5. You have then guaranteed to get one of these. So now you might be wondering if this banner is worth to summon on. Well, it really depends what you have and what you need, right? For example, if you're a sword user and you don't have this Kirito, I would say definitely worth to summon on. Try to get Leafa. You're also getting Sanya, so this is really good for any sword user. For other players, if you're not running sword, then I would say skip. I mean, you don't really need this skill. You don't need Koharu, you don't need Asuna, unless you're playing a Wind Raper set, and for dagger you want to have it for any slash fire content, then I would say it's fine, because you're also getting these two skill here, which is pretty good. This Leafa gonna be really useful. So if you're a sword user, follow this banner, try to get this Leafa. I hope you get this Leafa because it is a really good skill, and we don't know when they're gonna release another skill like this. Like, imagine you guys had to wait a year. If you miss out this Kirito, you had to wait a year, which is still fine, but having a passive that has 2 passive in itself, slot in another passive that can increase your damage even more. So sword user, try to get this one. Definitely a skill you don't want to miss out, and we don't know when they're gonna release another one or similar to this one. So pull this one if you don't have the Kirito one. Otherwise, if you're fine using 2 passive in your set, then you can burn this one. Like this skill, you don't really need unless you are playing the specific build. Like Koharu, if you're playing a slash fire Koharu, then it could be really good. I mean, the cooldown 50 seconds, 1 rotation is pretty good. Sanya, use a support skill. We already have a free chain skill for sword that is still really useful. This Yuuki here, you don't really need this one because we do already have chain rapier skill that does the same. This is used for specific players, that's it. So TLDR, if you're a sword user and you don't have the Kirito, definitely pull this banner. Otherwise, if you're a player that already have the Kirito one, then you can pretty much skip. You don't really need any of this skill. You can skip this Leafa. For new players that you started the game, Well, if you'd like to play sword, then I would say use this one. If you have a full burst sword and etc. For me, will I pull on this banner? I do really want this Yuuki here, but at the same time, I need it. I mean, I already had the Kirito, so I don't need Leafa. I don't need Sanya. I'm really happy with my Kirito chain and this dagger. I don't really need. I'm currently focused on /holy, so I don't really need it. Maybe it's gonna be really useful for the next floor that is weak to /fire, or I can gamble that the next floor gonna be weak to / and holy. Hopefully. So yeah, that is for me. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Take care now, and bye bye.